Morning V-Riders from a very cold, very frosty January morning. Today my Tiger 900 is in having a bit of warranty work done, just a bit of paint peeling off the forks, and I've been loaned a rather splendid T120 Black. Here she is in all her glory. Very nice looking machine, very filthy though, but then it's pretty much impossible to keep anything clean at the minute in this weather. The only thing I don't like about this is the brown seat. Why do people like brown seats for? It's disgusting. It doesn't really suit the bike. It needs to be black, and that'd be a proper little stealth machine then, wouldn't it? So yeah, apart from the seat, I think it looks really nice, and I like these touches, like the raised Triumph badge on the tank, and again there's lots of little touches like the Triumph logo in the headlight and all little bits like that. Yeah, I think it's a lovely looking machine, and that little stripe is only a sticker, but I think, but yeah, still looks nice. Spec wise, this has got the 1200 high torque motor in it. Seat height is 780mm, so good for shorties. And what can we go over? Let's have a look on my notes. Yeah, so it produces 78.9 brake horsepower. It's got 105 Nm of torque at 3,500 revs per minute, and it's got a lovely black 2-into-1 exhaust system, which I really like actually. Really suits the bike. It has a 6-speed gearbox, this one, although it's quite high geared, to be honest, surprisingly so. I'm comparing to my Speed Twin, to be honest. There's another nice little touch, the Triumph logo on the mudguard. Yeah, it's well thought out, this bike. Brakes, you've got the twin front discs, Brembo calipers. The discs are 310mm. The fuel tank capacity is 14.5 litres, and there's a claimed 60 miles per gallon, which is not to be sniffed at. The wet weight is actually 236 kilos, but it doesn't feel it, to be honest. It feels lighter than that, so I'm quite surprised. One of the really good things about this bike though is the service intervals. Like on my Speed Twin, it's 10,000 miles, so yeah, it should be fairly cheap to run really. Let's switch her on, and I'll show you the lights and all that. So your dash does that little sweep. In terms of tech, you've got ABS and traction control. It's also got a really neat cruise control button, which works really well. So simple. One button activates it, and another press, and it sets your speed. So you can't really adjust your cruise control speed on the fly, like up or down, but I like it. It's a nice simple system. It works really well. I'll show you a bit more on the road afterwards. It's very frosty today though, so you can't really no hill lights on the side. So yeah, you've got your traction control, ABS, you've got riding modes, so you've got rain, road, and that's it. Not a big button really for the mode button. You've got hazard light switch, and that's about what it is. You've got your trip computer, so track controller, Odo, cycle through. You're currently doing 53.6 miles per gallon this bike. This is that's the lights. Not sure what you can see of that, but quite difficult. That's the daytime running light. That's your indicator. And back to the back. It's classic looking light, although I think it's a bit bulbous really. I prefer the rear light on the Speed Twin. So yeah, it's pretty basic, but for this type of bike it's absolutely fine. You don't want all the tech on a classic styled machine. Like the fake carbs as well. It's really nicely done. You've got your twin shocks at the rear, adjustable for preload, and front forks are non-adjustable as well, which is a shame really on a bike that costs just under £12,000. I would have liked to have seen a bit more adjustability. That's in the forks and shocks, but there you go. Your levers are adjustable, so which is a nice touch on both sides, clutch and brake. Mirrors are the usual classic Mickey Mouse style, but they work well. You can see really well out of them. You can see really well out of them. I'm just going to show you the main light as well. Again, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to see that. Actually, I've got that wrong. So that was the main beam before. You can see that. And this is the daytime running light. Yeah. You can catch a glimpse of that, but it looks really nice. I think it's an attractive display. Try and show you the brake light. There we go. So that's pretty much the walk around the bike. Let's go and have a little ride. Again, it's not going to be anything extensive because it's got a -2 and it's just too cold to ride. I've got heated kit, but I've got nowhere to plug it in, so I am absolutely freezing. And also the road's extremely icy, so yeah, see you shortly. So I am 5'10", and no problem getting flat-footed. The side stand, easy, there's a nice big lug on it, so that's easy to find. So jumping on board, first things that strike you is it's a perfectly natural position. It's a typical classic bike, typical Bonnie. So firing up, obviously, as with all Triumphs, you have to put a clutch in and press start button. So the starter button is also the kill switch. So that's kill switch is on. There you go. So first gear, nice and positive, easy to find. Neutral again, really easy. No issues. And if we're going to second, no problem. Easy to find neutral on this bike. Setting off, got a good view of the mirror. And off we go back to the Arctic. I apologise if I sniffle, but it is absolutely freezing. Glorious though. So as I said earlier, it's actually quite tall geared, so doing 30 miles an hour now, second gear, and that seems absolutely spot on for the engine. I think third gear, it's just feels like it's struggling a bit at 30, so yeah, around town second gear is going to be your best bet, I reckon. We're still recording. Yeah, so comfort wise, the seat is nice and plush, even though it looks disgusting. There's no real vibes either. I mean, plodding along now in second gear, there's nothing in the way of vibes. It's really comfortable. Neither through the seat, through the pegs, or through the handlebars. It's actually quite a smooth engine, surprisingly. So what I found quite surprising when I first picked up this bike is just how light it actually feels. It doesn't feel like 236 kilos at all. All that weight is low down, so it's really manageable. I mean, nothing behind me. It's case in point, just come to a stop. Oh, I can't believe this bike weighs 236 kilos weight. It really doesn't feel it. Paddling around, no problem at all. I'm on an incline here, and yeah, easy to push about. One little test for you, nothing behind. U-turns. Yeah, that's really nice. Again, not going too mad because of the conditions, but yeah, really nice to U-turn. It does feel, I'd say it does feel a little bit heavy when you tip it in, first tip into the bend. It does feel a little bit slow steering at first. Tyres are the, I think they're Michelin Classic, in keeping with the character of the bike. So around town, although the suspension looks very budget, it's doing a decent job of soaking up all the bumps. It's not harsh. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it feels plush, but I wouldn't want to change the suspension if I owned the bike. Slow speeds, it's really well balanced. Very confidence inspiring, to be honest. In terms of the riding triangle and your posture on the bike, I love this riding position. It's natural, there's no weight on your wrists, my back's comfortable, my knees aren't too bent. Yeah, it's a really nice place to be. So in terms of comfort, you can cover some good mileage on this without being in discomfort. The only problem you're going to have, obviously, it's a naked bike, so you're going to feel that wind blast. But about 50 miles an hour at the moment, it's not too bad. view from the cockpit. Those twin dials look fantastic. Like that chrome stainless steel and the Triumph logo in the middle. They look really nice and very easy to see at a glance what speed you're doing. I like the fact you got a rev counter as well. You don't always get them on these classic bikes, classic style bikes. All the controls feel nice to use. Typical Triumph modern classic. The cruise control, one button activates it, then press it again, and there you go, in cruise control. Such a simple system. I think it works really well, perfect for this kind of bike. They've really nailed that cruise control on this. So easy to use. Turn it off, just clutch or a double brake, or push the throttle upwards. Yeah, simple and very effective. Like it. Mirrors, as I've already said, you can see everything out the back. You can see everything behind you, no problem at all. So I'm not keen on the looks of these Mickey Mouse style mirrors, but they work really well, and I suppose they are in keeping with the type of bike this is. I'd personally prefer some bar ends though. I'm not going fast obviously, but at these speeds the suspension is really nice. Got a good feel for what the bike's doing. Getting good feedback for grip through the chassis. No complaints at all. Yeah. It's not pogo in and it's not too harsh. I think the standard suspension on this is definitely better than the original Speed Twin suspension. So engine wise, looks a bit dry here. Let's give it a bit welly. It's not gonna rip your arms out of their sockets, but there's enough power there to have some fun if you want it. But if you want high speed shenanigans, this probably isn't the bike for you. But as I already mentioned, the engine feels smooth, it's responsive, the fueling is perfect, there's no lurching. You got a good feel for what that throttle's doing. Yeah, Triumph these days makes some really well fueled bikes. Flick it into rain mode. Oh, you have to pull the clutch in. Okay. Let's see the difference. A little bit. You can feel it's definitely softer. Definitely softer, but it's not massive amount of difference. But it is noticeable. But back into sport. We're not sport. Back into road. Yeah, that cruise control, annoyingly, yeah, it doesn't work in second gear, so nothing coming in there. So. And I think, yeah, so sadly, it only works at 30 as well. At speeds over 30, I think. I'm walking. Oh no, here we go. So it's cold now. It must be about 25 miles an hour or so. I mean, I'm at 20 now. It won't activate, so Oh yeah, it is 30. So yeah, that's no good for the 20-mile-an-hour zones. Gearbox is really lovely to use actually. 6th gear seems to be more of an overdrive, so you'll rarely use that I think. But it's really positive. It's not clunky at all. Clutch feels nice. So deliberately looking for bumps now. Suspension is coping perfectly. So slow speeds. So initially that steering does feel a little bit heavy. Yeah, these are slower speeds in 2nd gear though. I'm having to slip the clutch quite a bit. It's a shame that it's so cold. I would like to have really tested out the handling on this bike at higher speeds, but it's just too dangerous, too slippery. Alright, how do we cope on a dual carriageway? We're about to find out. Yep, a lot of wind blast. But again, at 70 miles an hour, there's nothing in the way of vibes. Apart from that wind factor, there's nothing uncomfortable. It feels really nice. Put a screen on it, you would easily be able to tour on this bike in comfort. Could come off here. So who would this bike suit? I think it would definitely suit newer riders, and also obviously the riders who want a classic bike without the hassle of keeping it running. This is low maintenance bike, as we said, the 10,000 mile service intervals. These engines have been around for a while now, so should be fairly reliable, and it's fairly basic in terms of electronics as well. Yeah, this is going to suit a broad range of riders, to be honest. I mean, you know, even if you're a cruiser fan, this should be on your radar as well. This would definitely suit the cruiser fanboys. This would make a nice little commuter as well, to be honest, in town. It's handles nicely. You could easily dart in and out of traffic on this. It's quite, as I said, it feels much more nimble than the weight would suggest. And especially this black version, it probably wouldn't look too bad if it's filthy all the time, as opposed to if you had a chrome one. You could easily tour on this with a screen on. Plenty of panniers available for them. There's a huge aftermarket scene. Okay, so riding through town. As mentioned earlier, this is a lovely town bike. It's nimble, easy to manage, and at 30 miles an hour in 2nd gear, you got enough oomph to get yourself out of any situations that arise. She copes with the bumps. She copes with speed bumps really well, and as mentioned before, the fueling is lovely and crisp. So yeah, decent town bike. The brakes are lovely as well. They're not eye-popping, but they're just right for this kind of bike, really. It was that cold earlier that my actual visor was freezing up on the inside. Oh, how I miss my heated grips and seats. I'm freezing. It makes me wonder how I managed to ride without heated kit before. Oh, I used to commute year round. So one thing that does surprise me about the engine is there doesn't seem to be as much engine braking as I was expecting. There's hardly anything in the way of engine braking. Very surprised. Right, filling up the beast. Just a little flap there, pull that across, unlock. Oh, it's already unlocked. Unscrew. There we go. Does your nozzle go all the way in? Yes, just about. Okay, now put that back on. Lock it. There we go. Okay. As with all Triumphs, takes a little while for the fuel gauge to register. So I guess now that just leaves us with my verdict on the Triumph Bonneville T120 Black. And yeah, it's a lovely little machine. Quite happily been about this on a sunny Sunday afternoon, and I'd be happy to tour on one as well and commute. And it's a surprisingly capable machine. So yeah, it's never Triumph to get some thumbs up from me. I can't find much I dislike about it really for the type of bike it is. I mean, we'd all like a little bit more power, but it's not really the kind of bike it is. Maybe the tyres are a little bit skittish. Surprising for Michelin's, but I guess they are a classic style tyre, so you can't expect Road 6 levels of grip. But yeah, it's comfortable, it looks good, apart from the brown seat. Cheap to run. Yeah, it's my first time actually riding a proper Bonneville rather than a Speed Twin, and I like it. Would I own one myself? Yeah, absolutely. This is a lovely do-it-all little bike, and yeah, thumbs up from me. Thanks for riding with me, riders. See you on the next one.